Peaceful greetings and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to come and do a quick video, well, a recording rather. I'm actually currently making two different types of homemade tortillas, obviously healthy and gluten-free, both of them. So anyways, while I'm doing this, I wanted to come and do this quick little video for you guys because it's been, on my mind and my heart to do. And I mean, I just have so many that, I get like these, how do you say, inspirations and thoughts to just like, some people call them downloads or whatever. I have these, different things that I'm like, man, I really need to do a video about this and that and the, whatever. So this one is, to those people who are not spiritually aware, this is probably not going to be the video for you. If you're not attempting to become spiritually aware, this is also probably not going to be the video for you, and you might want to click off and just go look at some of my other videos that don't deal with spirituality. Okay, but if you are, then this is definitely going to be a video for you. So I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that the quote-unquote adversarial forces, whatever you want to call them, deem them as, whether they are, in your book, demons or, aliens or, entities, principalities, archons, right? There's a lot of different things that they could be called, okay? And there are actually different ones. So anyways, the point is that I wanted to come and tell you guys that, this is like the end. They are grasping for straws. And I mean, they are going buck wild, and they are starving. I was just like, these mofos are so, and this is what kind of sparked my, inspiration for this video, is that, people call different genders or whatever, that are overly interested in the opposite sex or whatever, thirsty. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, these energy vampires, whatever you want to deem them and term them as, they are so thirsty for our energy, okay? Because we've cut off relationships with them. We've cut off spiritual energetic cords with them. We have cut ties with them. We blocked them on social media. We have, blocked their phone numbers. So they have nothing. Okay? And the other day, I was thinking about this, and I'm so glad I'm finally doing this video. I was like, you know what? Because I've been so busy doing all kind of stuff, I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna, instead of just, actually recording, a video, I'm just gonna voice record it and get this information out there, man, because, it's important. This is important because, in a lot of, energetic sensitivity, people are getting this, not exactly how I'm feeling it, but they're getting very kind of like in the same genre of that. This is the end, and these motherfuckers is all of them is like going down. Like, this is not just like one chosen one's adversarial forces or whatever. This is like, the apocalypse kind of shit, So anyways, the what I wanted to come on here and talk about is that I was thinking the other day about how, I grew up on both sides of the fence, right? Like, I grew up like ghettoly poor, and then I also grew up, in kind of like, you could say, upper middle class or something, and I was around, people of all, social statuses, from a very young age. So anyways, the point is that growing up, when I was, in the ghetto, in the hood, and living hella poor, right? Not poor as in spirit, but poor as in finances, like really scraping together change to make some stuff happen, try to make $1 out of 15 cents type of stuff, or break down for the adults food stamp dollars and only pay 15 cents for some gum, a piece of chicle, or 5 cents for some chicle, so that they could get all the change in actual change, money, because that's what they used to do, so they could get their cigarettes and other stuff that couldn't be purchased off of food stamps. Anyways, the point is that one of the other things, being quote unquote monetarily poor, right? When you're a child, we used to have to get breakfast and lunch at school, and we would get free lunch, okay, and breakfast. And the schools would give out tickets, like little booklets of tickets to the children that had free lunch, or your name would be put on the list and they'll check you off as you're going through in the line. But most of the schools, they gave you tickets, and if you had the ticket, then you just take it to the lunch lady, and they give you the lunch. So I was like, these energy vampires are so hungry for our energy because they have been cut off. They have gotten so comfortable with eating, consuming, however you like, vampirism, behavior in the, like, consuming our energy, that they have forgotten until they were cut off that is not their own. They have been manifesting from our energy. They have been hiding in our energy for protection and cloaking themselves like they are light beings. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're actually, benevolent beings. They've so much they've been doing, right? But I was like thinking about how, we as, chosen ones, light workers, high vibrational beings, we have beautiful energy. And so we are actually rich. We are extremely abundant and wealthy in our energy. And most of the time that also, will spill out into, being loving and creative and, motivational, inspirational, and all of these other like cool things, right? And so, these people, they don't have that, right? Because a lot of them have sold their souls. So, we are rich in spirit. We are rich in, in our souls, right? And so, they are actually poor in spirit and poor in soul. They are like, some of them are not even just bankrupt. They are like in debt, for their very souls, right? For their very spirits, right? And so, they're actually in the negative. They're literally, they owe, So anyways, the point that I wanted to say with this whole thing, other than them being very thirsty for our energy, is that they are actually like attempting, and well, I won't even say attempting. Back in the day when people didn't know, right, when the high vibrational beings and chosen ones, and before this mass awakening, like they were actually, using multiple different tactics to get that free fucking lunch, because they were so poor. They were poor in spirit and soul. So they were using our energy as a free fucking lunch ticket. Okay? Well, mofos, I wanted to say, y'all ain't getting no free lunches over here. Okay? Y'all are cut off. No free lunch. Okay? Put that in the comments. Hashtag no free lunch. These energy vampires, they're gonna starve around me. Okay? And I'm here for it. And they gonna starve around me. Okay? Because it's been way too long, that this has been going on. And all that, listen, even just outside, okay, hear me out, man, because even outside of them actually literally causing conflict and chaos and just trying to sit around you so that they can send negative thoughts and psychically attack and just send bad vibes so that you could be in a certain space, so they could eat, so they could harvest your energy, right? Outside of all of that, right? If you guys were in a friendship or relationship, or you were cool with your family, them literally draining your energy by all the things that you caringly and lovingly and kindly did for these inconsiderate, unappreciative, narcissistic, reactive, abusive, mofos, you were literally pouring into them to build these people up, to motivate them, to help them heal, to whatever, right? So you're literally spending your energy doing things for them, teaching them, pouring your energy in loving them, in, caring for them, right? So you're draining your energy that way too. Them days is over. So now they're looking around with all the other rejects, thinking like, oh shit, who can I fucking have buy me a phone? Who can I have, give me a ride now? Now that, because their manifestations was based off your energy, they're cut the fuck off. Their cloak of invisibility and their cloak to actually like hide their true selves, and give a false projection of a basically like a false, they're like a false light, okay? They were doing that based off of our energy, and they were mirroring that shit out to the world. Like, you take a light and beam it at the mirror, and then you turn the mirror a certain direction and the light will beam somewhere else, okay? So that's basically what they were doing. They were consuming and harvesting our energy, being vampires and, sucking our energy dry, right? And then projecting it out like it was theirs, their energy. But when you called your energy back, when you cut them energetic cords, when you forgave them, they had nothing else to latch back onto. So then they're just like, they're frantic. These motherfuckers, I just had to say it. These motherfuckers is frantic. Because a vampire can go only so long without a meal. Okay? They can only go so long. Right? And then they getting weak. They getting weaker and weaker. And they running around like, you know, chickens with their heads cut off right now. Game goofy as fuck. I wasn't gonna cuss in this video, but I'll put a warning that this is definitely not for the babies. This grown folk talking. This is grown folks talking in here, okay? And so if there's any, I'll put it on the thing, like no children around for this one. But the point is that they're not only thirsty, they're beyond thirst. They're starving. They're hungry. They're starving for our energy. And they have been attempting to do whatever they possibly can to incite some kind of fear, to incite some kind of anger, to incite some kind of reaction, whether they come in and they have a couple fighting, you know, going off trying to get your attention. They got lots of distractions going on too. A lot of distraction tactics. I mean, this within the last month, it has like literally increasingly just amped up. I mean, to like full throttle. Okay? I'm talking about these motherfuckers been on it day and night, around the fucking clock. I cannot make this up. Around the clock. And we still whooping their ass. Their strength came from your energy. And they forgot that. Their strength was coming from your divine energy. But when you pulled the shit back, they had nothing. They really had nothing. Look, here's another video I want to do. And it was about my realization of Satan, Lucifer, being the first hater. Okay? I was thinking about Cain and Abel, and we already know that was a hater, right, situation. But I was like thinking about the real story that the elders told me about Lucifer. And I was like, that was where it started. This copycat, doppelganger, hating ass energy, this started in the heavenly realms. As above, so below, as within, so without. This started in the heavenly realms with God and Lucifer. Lucifer, his first sin, allegedly, okay, was vanity. Okay, right? He's the most beautiful angel. His body is made of all the precious stones, so he shined and glistened and glittered, right? Like all the precious stones. Beautiful, just amazingly, like just imagine, just you're just so like shinier than diamonds, right? You just like got all these beams of light just coming off of you because you're so bright, you're so shiny. Okay, so Okay, anyways, confirmation with that bell. Okay. So what's interesting is that he, much like the story of Narcissus, or however you pronounce that guy's name, who was staring in the pool of water and became obsessed with himself, Narcissus, but it's like Narcissus, okay? That's how I've always like heard it. Anyways, the point is he was like he became, obsessed with his own image, his own beauty, right? And so that was the first sin, right? And then after that, he literally felt like he could do it better than God. So then, okay, to feel like that, you had to be covetous. You had to want what God had. You had to see what he was doing, or she, because goddess, right? And want that for yourself. And that's basically how the war broke out, because he was like, okay, I'm gonna do it better than God. And then he ended up taking a third of the angels, and the rest is history. But the thing is the first one was vanity, and the second one had to have been covetousness, but it's still jealousy and straight up hater. That's hater, doppelganger, because everything is a copy. Everything that he does is a copy. He needs to know all the info so he could copy and try to make the same stuff, but in a diabolical way of what was already created. There's no innovation. There's no authenticity. There's nothing new. As they say, nothing new under the sun. Right? So, he's not making nothing new. So, anyways, I'm not going to, as they say, run it up. But I just finished making my tortillas. And, I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys got something from it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And as well as, if you need anything else from me, it will be in the description box, like my 2 websites, one for fine art and educational merch, as well as the other one that I have, my activity ebook and educational tools and all that jazz. Is this sprinkling? Are you serious? Okay, I think it just started sprinkling. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Do not let these haters change your mood, because they're trying to lower your frequency. I've been saying this because they are a frequency mismatch, and so is that spell work and whatever they're trying to send. So they're doing everything that they think that they can to change your vibration, frequency, and energy, so that any of their dumb, grasping for straw, thirsty, hungry, starving, what can sin. But it's just, it's like this. Remember when you were a child? I don't know if everybody's going to be able to relate to this, but you go and you're trying to fight an adult, and they take your hands and they start hitting you with your own hand, and they're like, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Type energy. So it's kind of like that energy that we're like dealing with right now, because they're sending all this spell work that's hitting their ass, right? And they think that we're actually doing spell work against them. We don't have to, right? So to be honest, all we got to do is have a thought and have faith, okay? To be 1,000, okay? So anyways, they doing all this work, wearing themselves out with all the work. They staying up day and night. They doing drugs to stay up to do the spell work, okay? They doing all this, wearing themselves out that way, only to wear their asses out to get hit with their own spell work. And I'm like, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? It's like you just beating yourself up. And some of these people have went so far that it's really gonna take their asses out, because they have went that far with the stuff that they've been doing. I don't know if y'all can hear that in the background, but a car alarm is going off in the distance. It's beeping like, you know how the car. Anyways, confirmation with the car alarm. Okay, so they're, by the beginning of this year, they're gonna be dropping like in the droves. Okay, it's this. Listen, if I ate popcorn, which I don't, because 80% of popcorn, or corn in general, is GMO, genetically modified, now bioengineered. Okay, I'm not touching it. There's a reason that they put it in all the cat dog food. It's in it, they're feeding it to the wild deers. You know, when they putting it in. Think about. Hold on. Side note. Think about this for a second. What is up with this genetically modified corn that you got to think about this? They got corn tortillas, they got corn chips, they got all this corn. The corn is in everything. Like, it's just crazy. What's up with it? Y'all better start doing your research on the corn. I'm not gonna give you all the answers, okay? So anyways, like I said, I'm not gonna run it up, so I'm gonna end this video here. You guys have a wonderful day, and don't let these haters or these energy vampires get you down. And keep your vibes high, so that none of they it will always be a miss. They, like the old people used to say, you can miss me with that bullshit. You can miss me with it all. Okay.